Good morning. It is a good day to go to Goodwill. I mean, when isn't? But today we are thrifting for fall, and I'm just so excited. It's cooled off a little bit here in Houston. Instead of 100 degrees, it is 80. I just went through my closet and pulled pieces that I've really been loving and want to emulate more of this season. And some of the pieces I pulled were actually from my most recent trip to the Goodwill outlet. The plaid maxi skirt, I've already worn that so many times, and I'm absolutely loving it. The fringe leather bag, some lace tops, and I just was looking at the pieces and I was like, there's a theme here. They are very boho, very Western. And that's exactly what we're going to be thrifting for today. Boho and Western also happen to be on trend for fall 2024 fashion. Glamour magazine and Vogue and some other magazines kind of have some interesting names for it. I think Glamour is referring to it as country house chic and Boho 3.0. Really interesting. You can also see it in Chloe's fall winter ready to wear collection. I just am loving those designs. I'm just so excited to go thrifting for these looks today. Since so many of the pieces were actually found at the Goodwill outlet, I figured that would be a great place to start our thrifting off today. And then we will follow it up with a Goodwill select store. I'm so excited to say that today's video is sponsored by Goodwill Houston. Let's get to thrifting, y'all. Our first stop of the day was one of the Goodwill outlets. Here in Houston, we have 5 locations. I personally love the thrill of looking through the bins. Since everything is not in a particular section like at a Goodwill select store, you kind of just go through everything, and that's what I love about it because it makes me look at each piece, think outside the box, and not just stay in my usual sections. This knit long line cardigan was very boho and so cute, but just did not feel practical with such an open knit since it wouldn't actually keep me warm. I came in with a few inspo pieces in mind, one of which was my patchwork maxi skirt. What do you know? I spotted this patchwork jacket, originally from Anthropology, just needs a soak in OxyClean. This gorgeous camel colored suede jacket with crochet details. It is the perfect fit with like a little room for layers. Definite add to cart kind of piece. I loved this denim jacket, much more chic than my usual vintage trucker jean jackets, but the sleeves felt a little too tight and confining. This Urban Outfitters piece looked like a tank top, but it's actually supposed to be a dress. Like what? A La La Land coffee shop trucker hat. It looks brand new and is actually sold out online. It retailed for $39. This material felt nice. It's 100% organic cotton from Quince, which I get so many targeted social media ads for this brand. It's almost like a knit blazer, but I have some ideas on styling it more boho rather than corporate, so stay tuned for the try-on haul. I love unique coffee table books, but I never would have spotted how beautiful this one was based on the spine alone. The cover is obviously stunning, and then inside are pictures and info about plants. An obvious yes for just 69 cents. A Free People ruffle bodysuit. I love the texture and pops of color. Another pop of color piece, these Mauve Anthropology flares. This shade of orange just screams fall. I always find a lot of closet staple basics at the bins like these. I didn't pick up any of the ones just seen, but I did get a black ribbed tank and then this gorgeous cashmere sweater from Nadam, or however you say that brand, not quite sure. Some Zara cotton flare trousers. Natural fibers are definitely key for wearing fall fashion amidst the Houston heat. Spotted the UGG logo. These are some boots that are actually my size. I think these are so cute and functional, kind of like bean boots. I also saw some hunter boots, not a big fan of the wedge, and they just were also not my size anyway. I picked up 2 leather tote bags, this classic black one and then this croc embossed brown one. I was tempted to add them to the cart, but neither really spoke to me, and I'm so glad because, spoiler, I found the most perfect bag at the next stop. That is everything I picked up at the Goodwill outlet today, just over 9.5 pounds, and I spent $26.49. Up next, one of the largest, if not the largest, Goodwill select stores here in Houston. I feel like the bins were quite the success with 2 pairs of pants, 2 jackets, multiple tops, and quite a few other pieces. At the top of my list for this stop was a bag, followed by lace and knee-high leather boots. But first, we gotta hydrate after the bins. Now, I spotted quite a few bags at Treasure Island right when I walked in, but there was one that stood out, this brown leather hobo with gold hoops. If you remember, some of my inspo for this shopping trip was the fringe bag and Chloe's fall collection. This is a similar size to the fringe bag, but I love that it's a different shade and style. And then the gold hoops and accents really remind me of signature Chloe bags. I think this is the perfect piece to add to my closet. It's fry and would have retailed for around $400. Happy to get it at Goodwill for just 10% of that at 40. Beyond scoring amazing deals like we've found so far, shopping and donating to Goodwills in and around Houston supports their mission of changing lives through the power of work. Goodwill Houston provides free programs and services to people facing barriers to employment, such as veterans, youth, formerly incarcerated, individuals recovering from addiction, and more. I recently got to attend the Morton Awards ceremony honoring individuals' lives Goodwill Houston has had an impact on through employment or development services. The stories were incredibly moving. I love thrifting at Goodwill Houston because I know 95 cents of every dollar spent is placed into these programs. Support your local Goodwill by heading over to goodwillhouston.org to find the store or donation center nearest you. Now, I picked up quite a few gorgeous tops, an Urban Outfitters velvet blouse, Current Air, which I believe is sold at Anthropologie, some beautiful vintage, another Current Air piece, a classic button-up, a staple black sweater, but my favorite has to be the sheer lace bodysuit. The brand is Wolford, which is sold on Revolve and Neiman Marcus. These pieces retail for over $300, but I scored this baby for just $6. I spotted not just one red suede leather tote, but two. One was even from Anthropologie. I really liked them, but I felt like I didn't need to add two bags to my closet in one day. In hindsight, that was kind of silly. I should have probably gotten one. I found almost the exact leather boot I was looking for. These are Sam Edelman, and their boots are so comfy in my opinion. Now, I always wear the same size in Sam Edelman, and these were a half size off. I tried to make them work because look how cute they are. I wore them around the store, but I just could not do it, so I did put them back. I always check the new racks, and I scored some amazing linen pieces. These J. Crew pajamas for my mom, and then some linen J. Crew trousers for Lucas. That's everything I picked up. I would say it was another successful Goodwill trip. Now back home for the haul and try on. How much did I get and how much did I spend? So I got 15 or 16 pieces. It kind of depends if you would consider a pajama set one or two pieces. I would say it's one because it's a coordinating set that you really wouldn't wear separately. But what do you guys think? I don't know. That's actually an interesting thought. Let me know in the comments. Anyway, at the Goodwill Select store, I spent $77.87. Of course, a big chunk of that was the fry bag, but this baby was well worth $40. And then at the Goodwill outlet, I spent $26.49 on 11 items. Starting off, we have the Wolford sheer lace bodysuit. I paired this with a vintage denim black skirt that I actually found at the same Goodwill Select store, a Western belt, and my black Western inspired boots. I love this look. It's Western, but it's also very chic at the same time. I think I will probably wear this in Nashville, but we shall see. I don't know. It just gives Nashville energy. I've never been, but I think that that's what you would wear there. Then I paired two pieces from the bins together, the Maeve Flare orange pants with the Nadam cashmere sweater. The Maeve pants are just a smidge, and I mean a smidge too big. I can easily take them in along the seam, but I just haven't had a chance to do that yet. So I used the same Western belt to kind of cinch the waist of it, and I really like the look. So I took it down a Western route and paired them with these studded Sam Edelman booties. These are like my go-to fall shoe. I love Sam Edelman boots, and I was so sad that those ones we found today just did not work. They were just a half size too small, but I'm manifesting finding another pair at Goodwill soon. The Free People Ruffle bodysuit. I paired this with some high-rise dark wash flare jeans. Now, I love those jeans, but they are a little bit too long, so I always wear heels with them. And I just recently scored these red genuine leather boots from Goodwill. I actually still have the tag on the bottom. They were $12.99, and I love them. I always pop into Goodwill select stores just throughout the week. If I'm ever in traffic or anything, I'm like, is there a Goodwill nearby? And I'll just pop in, shop around a bit, and then the traffic is usually gone. It's an amazing process. Of course, the bag for the look was the Fry bag that we scored on our thrift trip earlier. And as it cools off eventually in Houston, I can easily just throw on the new suede leather jacket. This is such a gem. It is stunning. I love it. I was a little worried that I wouldn't be able to layer the jacket on top of the bodysuit, but the sleeves are just roughly, they're not puffy, so it actually works perfectly. The Zara cotton trousers. I am just loving lace recently, so I paired these with a lace green top I already had in my closet, the silver western belt, and then these silver studded boots. Those were just a staple in today's styling, but I love this look because it gives fall fashion, yet it's very wearable while it's still really warm. And then as it continues to hopefully cool off, I know it will get cool eventually here in Houston, I can pair the quince cardigan, blazer, sweater, whatever you want to call it, with it, and it just effortlessly looks so put together, but it still gives the style I want and not very, kind of rigid. I think that it looks good together. So I really like this look, and this jacket is so comfortable. I really like it. I'm super glad I got this. The patchwork anthropology jacket, this piece cleaned up beautifully. I knew it just looked like somebody had worn it outside while they were doing chores. I threw it in the tub with some OxyClean, let it soak, and then threw it in the wash, and it looks like new. I love this piece. I didn't really style it because it's a coat and I'll kind of just throw it on with anything, but I am so excited to wear this as soon as it is cold enough. Then I did get the UGG boots. Actually, after looking at these, I do think they're brand new. I don't think anybody ever wore these. So these were a find, and they are so comfortable. I know I won't wear them too much here in Houston, but I will wear them whenever I go in to visit my family in the winter. The last look features two of the pieces we found at the Goodwill outlet, the La La Land coffee shop hat, and then the Zara ribbed tank top with some jeans, a flannel, some sneakers, and probably one of my greatest Goodwill outlet finds here in Houston, this authentic Gucci bag. This is just the perfect casual fall outfit to throw on and go thrifting at Goodwill, which I will surely be doing more of this fall, and you should too. Head on over to goodwillhouston.org to find the Goodwill location nearest you and support their mission of changing lives through the power of work. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's video, and thank you to Goodwill for sponsoring today's haul. I cannot wait to be back here with more thrifty content soon. Bye for now.